most scenic drive?
It's a Nürburgring Nordschleife in Germany.
Ferrari or Lamborghini?
Ferrari.
Would you like to drive or be a passenger?
Always to drive.
Define a tire in 3 words.
Safe, important, fun.
Tell our viewers something about yourself and your purpose of visit.
I'm 53 years old, I'm married, I have 2 children, and I'm in the tire business since 1997. Together I'm supporting here with some marketing activities or either technical questions. Also, CEAT is already more than 100 years in the market. It was founded in 1924.
Why do you think it is important to have such a facility in Germany?
Germany is still the leader in all automotive questions. Approximately 40% of all automotive innovations are still coming from Germany. So requirements for quality, safety are still on the highest standards here.
Right. You just mentioned about how important safety is when you think about designing a tire. It is really important, don't you think, the safety aspect?
Still, the tire is the only contact patch you are having to the road.
Right.
You can imagine if this, what we call it, spare part is not working well, it's not safe enough, what will happen?
So CEAT tires are engineered in Germany to be used on Sri Lankan roads. What's the process like and how is this achieved? Someone once told me that tires are boring products, but speak to a tire manufacturer and he will tell you that a tire is indeed a complex product and is much more than what meets the eye. It is an integral part of a journey considering the fact that our lives run on tires every day, whether we take the bus, ride a motorbike or drive a fancy SUV. So today I have the privilege of being in conversation with one of Europe's foremost experts on the subject of tire design and performance testing, who is in Sri Lanka for CEAT, which manufactures half of Sri Lanka's tire requirements. So he is Sven Rath from CEAT's own Sophisticated Research and Development Center in Frankfurt, Germany. Welcome. Welcome to Sri Lanka, Sven. Is this your first visit to Sri Lanka?
Thanks, Alanka. Yes, this is my first visit in Sri Lanka in this beautiful country, and I'm happy being here for my first time.
All right, please tell our viewers something about yourself and your purpose of visit.
I'm 53 years old, I'm married, I have 2 children, and I'm in the tire business since 1997, which has been 27 years in total already. So I have started with Goodyear Dunlop. I spent 10 years with this company and I was focusing on premium car makers. So means on OEM business tires which has been fitted on the car on the assembly chain.
All right, so you obviously had a lot of experience in this industry.
Of course, yes. After this Goodyear Dunlop, I have developed tires for Kumho tires, Nexen, Apollo Vredestein, and now for CEAT.
All right. How did you get involved with CEAT Kishani Holdings, a company which manufactures tires in Sri Lanka?
Actually, we are working in the background since a long time together. I'm supporting here with some marketing activities or either technical questions. Also, CEAT is already more than 100 years in the market. It was founded in 1924,
right,
which has been 100 years this year already.
Indeed.
So CEAT is not an unknown company. So it's well known in Europe, more than 100 years. It has been OE manufacturer also for Fiat, for other brands in the past, also in the replacement. So many people are remembering to CEAT tires also in Europe very well.
I mean, I do agree with you. CEAT is indeed a known name because I seem to know it, even though I'm never paid that much attention to a tire. What is your exact role at CEAT?
I'm a general manager
Okay.
in the Frankfurt Technical Center, called R&D Center Frankfurt. And I'm responsible for all testing matters in Europe, also with a responsibility for the vehicle dynamic team in India.
Okay, so Sven, can you tell us something about the CEAT Research and Development Center in Frankfurt, what it is equipped to do and how it contributes to CEAT's manufacturing process?
So the technical center, or called R&D Center in Frankfurt, is divided into several parts. So we have this office in Frankfurt where our tire designers, compounders are located. We are in daily contact with our R&D center in Halol to share experience, to talk about new technology, to propose new technologies, to bring our product to upgrade our product, or
Indeed.
to make new platforms for the market, for new requirements. So beside our standard test work, we are focusing on other aspects like tire analyzing, like digital footprints, laser scan of our tires, or we are also analyzing cut sections of a tire to see what happened with benchmark tires, how far we are away or how close we are to the benchmark tires, what are the things we can improve in our product by the daily basis.
I mean, why do you think it is important to have such a facility in Germany?
So Germany is still the leader in all automotive questions. Approximately 40% of all automotive innovations are still coming from Germany. So requirements for quality, safety are still on the highest standards here.
Right.
And easily we can say a product which is designed or developed in Germany, so the tire will also work or will fit in most markets on the world.
All right. I mean, this is my first time, Sven, having a conversation with an expert in tires, and it's a completely new topic for me as well. And I'm learning so much as I have this conversation with you. You just mentioned about how important safety is when you think about designing a tire. It is really important, don't you think, the safety aspect? Because I mean, like I said, it is what people do use tires because they obviously take a bus or a car every day, so their lives depend on safety.
Exactly, you are right. So, but at least we have a lot of safety measures in our cars today. But still, the tire is the only contact patch you are having to the road.
Right.
You can imagine if this, what we call it, spare part is not working well, is not safe enough, what will happen?
So CEAT tires are engineered in Germany to be used on Sri Lankan roads. What's the process like and how is this achieved?
In our R&D center in Germany, we are developing tire platforms like Sport Drive, SUV and other platforms for the global market. Later on, we are tuning the tires for different markets. With the input from our Sri Lankan colleagues, also about road conditions, weather conditions, we are tuning the product for local markets, like here in Sri Lanka.
So Sven, what essentially are the main differences in road conditions, let's say in Sri Lanka and Europe? And what aspects of the tire need to change so that it would adapt to Sri Lankan conditions?
Here, I think the challenge is the heavy rain sometimes. Therefore, we have to have a product which can drain the water as much as possible. We call it aquaplaning performance. So the tire needs to perform well in aquaplaning to keep the contact patch for the driver on the road. Also for the road condition, in case of potholes, we have to work on the stiffness to be sure that the tire will also work on bad road conditions, if you can see sometimes here.
All right. So what I do gather is that obviously road conditions in Europe and in Sri Lanka would be different. So you actually develop the tire in such a manner so that it adapts to local conditions as well.
Of course, there are difference in road conditions, not that much, but for example, hot road condition, we are going to south of Spain to simulate also the climate here in Sri Lanka being sure that all stopping distance, grip, and also endurance of the tire will also work in these more hot conditions as in Europe.
Well, I mean, that really does seem like a lot of research, right? A lot of research and a lot of testing. And one would not think that so much thought would be put into developing a tire.
I think it's much more than people can imagine. Overall, we are doing for the European market even tests in winter conditions, snow conditions in Lapland, in north of Europe. But also, yeah, we have to conduct these conditions for Sri Lanka market, also for other Asian market, where we need to travel even far away to south of Spain, to other proving grounds which are located in the south, to tune the product at the end also for these markets.
All right. So to a layman, a tire is just a utilitarian part of a vehicle, and most customers just focus on price and not on the technical aspects. What does a buyer need to know when buying a tire?
I need to contradict the first point you have mentioned. The tire is the only point or only contact patch which you have between your vehicle,
Sure,
where you're sitting in, and the road condition. Doesn't matter which road condition you have. If this part, utilitarian part you call it, is not working well, you will get in trouble. So this is actually still most important part between your vehicle and the road. So driver cannot see about the performance if you buy the tire, but later on he can feel the performance and the safety in case if you need to take emergency braking during cornering, the noise performance which is giving the tire. So he can feel later by driving the product by self. So, but I do agree to the point that customers are focusing on price. So both points are counting on the CEAT product. You will get a high performance product developed in Germany under designed under high requirements. And of the other side, you will get fair price for such a product.
all right. So Sven, in Sri Lanka, many people have this idea that imported products are better than locally manufactured products. So in the context of what we have just discussed, how would you position the German engineered CEAT tires against imported ones?
I don't see any disadvantage for a product or tire produced in Sri Lanka, which is engineered in Germany. So also in case of environment saving, sustainability, product is produced here, made of natural rubber. Also, you will support, customer will support own rubber industry and also own resources.
And obviously, it creates a lot of employment opportunities in Sri Lanka as well.
Exactly. Also, the buyer should think about this aspect.
All right. So this is a question that I'm just coming up with right now as I have this conversation with you. How has your experience been working with CEAT?
Quite well. I feel really happy being a part of the CEAT family. So as said, we started in 2018. So meanwhile, we have developed many new platforms for the market, have tuned the tires for markets like US, Asia, of course, Sri Lanka, and for all European markets where the product in meanwhile is absolutely competitive.
So my final question to you, Sven, in terms of design and engineering, what is the future for automobile tires and CEAT?
It's a good question, Alanki. There will be a big change in requirements in the future. If you look ahead in case of autonomous driving, so tire needs to give the information to the vehicle in the future. Right now, the driver will see the conditions of the road. In case of autonomous driving, the driver needs to, the vehicle needs to get the information out from the tire. So we are talking about the intelligence tire called iTire.
Wow, okay.
Also, we are talking about airless tires for the future. And also the aspects like environment saving or sustainability will play a much bigger role in the future. So tire is a challenge and will be a challenge also in the future.
That's really interesting that you said you would be looking at developing an intelligent tire which actually gives information to the driver. That's fascinating. Thank you so much for having this conversation with me. I did learn so much about this topic, which is relatively new to me as well. Before we end the conversation, we will have a fun rapid fire round with Sven Rath, who is here in Sri Lanka for a short visit. And I'm sure all of you learned so much about this topic. I sure did. So do stay tuned for the rapid fire round. Favorite vehicle?
Porsche.
Best memory at CEAT?
Visit to Sri Lanka.
Favorite race car driver?
Michael Schumacher.
Car or SUV?
Car.
Best destination traveled on CEAT tires?
It's Lapland, north of Finland, under snow and ice condition.
Hobby?
Motorsports.
Define yourself in one word or two words.
Calm, sometimes shy.
Most scenic drive?
It's a Nürburgring Nordschleife in Germany.
Ferrari or Lamborghini?
Ferrari.
Would you like to drive or be a passenger?
Always to drive.
Define a tire in 3 words.
Safe, important, fun.
Are you an early bird or night owl?
Early bird.
Okay, thank you for taking the time to sit down and have this conversation with me.
Okay, it was a pleasure. Thank you, Alanki.
Thank you.